Hey, hey, English learners! Welcome back to Speak with Joey and Phoebe, your English speaking podcast for real life conversations. I am Phoebe.
And I am Joey.
Today, Joey says he had a very professional disaster.
Yes, I tried to have a normal workday, but somehow my coffee, my emails, and my meeting all joined together against me.
Wait, your coffee, your emails, and your meeting? Joey, that sounds less like work and more like a small office storm.
Exactly. I sat down with my coffee, opened my laptop, and said, "Today I am going to be productive." Then I immediately forgot what I was supposed to do first.
That is painfully real, because work is not always big meetings and serious conversations. Sometimes it is coffee, tasks, messages, and tiny moments of panic.
Yes, people ask, "How was work?" And I do not want to say only, "It was good," especially when my day was full of emails and one very suspicious calendar reminder.
A suspicious calendar reminder sounds serious. What did it say?
It said, "Team meeting at 10, but my brain read it as, "Surprise, Joey, you need to look calm and prepared in 8 minutes."
That is a perfect reason for today's conversation, because work English is part of real daily life.
Good, because I need English for normal things, like I have a meeting, I need to finish this task, I am running late, and I am on a break.
And maybe one more phrase for you. I need to check my calendar before I panic.
Perfect. So today, learners, we are talking about work in English, the real kind of work, where your coffee gets cold, your inbox gets bigger, and you still try your best.
Okay, Joey, take me back to the start of this professional disaster. What happened first?
First, I arrived at my desk with confidence, which is always dangerous, because confidence makes me think I know what I am doing.
And did you know what you were doing?
For about 12 seconds, yes. Then I opened my inbox, saw too many unread emails, and suddenly felt like the emails were staring back at me.
That is very dramatic, but I'll understand the feeling. A full inbox can make the day feel busy before it even starts.
Exactly. I wanted to answer one email quickly, but then another message appeared, then another reminder appeared, and my coffee became background decoration.
Oh, poor coffee. It came to help you survive the morning, and you completely abandoned it for a meeting link.
I know, Phoebe. That coffee deserved better.
So, the meeting started before you were ready?
Yes, and I joined the call with my professional face, but inside my head, I was still trying to remember where I saved the document.
You know, that professional face is very important in work life.
It really is. My face said, "I am ready," but my brain said, "Where is the file? Where is the file? Where is the file?"
Did anyone notice?
I hope not. I nodded at the right moments, wrote notes very seriously, and clicked around my screen like I had a strong plan.
That is not a plan, Joey. That is emergency clicking.
It was very professional emergency clicking. Thank you.
Fair enough. What happened after the meeting?
After the meeting, I told myself, okay, now I need to finish this task before lunch. And that sounded very responsible.
I feel like something went wrong after that sentence.
Of course. I opened the task, read the first line, and then someone sent me a message asking, "Can you quickly check this?"
Ah, the dangerous word, quickly.
Exactly. At work, quickly sometimes means 2 minutes, and sometimes it means your whole morning just disappeared.
That is very true. Did you check it?
I checked it, then I replied. Then I checked one more thing, and suddenly I was working on 3 small tasks instead of one important task.
That happens a lot. Work can feel busy because small things keep arriving.
Yes, And then my coworker asked, "How is your day going?" And I almost said, "I am fighting my inbox."
Honestly, that answer would be understood in many workplaces.
Instead, I said, "It is a busy day, but I am getting through it," which sounded much calmer than I felt.
That is actually a very natural work answer.
Thank you. I was proud of that sentence because for a moment, I sounded calm, organized, and almost like a normal adult.
And were you actually getting through the day, or were you just saying it nicely?
Honestly, I was getting through it, but very slowly. Every time I finished one thing, another small task appeared.
That sounds like a real workday, Joey. One task finishes and another one quietly walks in.
Exactly. By the time lunch arrived, I was ready for a break, a sandwich, and 5 peaceful minutes without notifications.
What happened at lunch? Did you finally take a break?
I tried. I said, "I am on a break." And then my phone made a notification sound.
Oh no. Did you check it?
I looked at the phone, and the phone looked back at me with one more work message.
Joey, the phone did not look back at you.
Emotionally, it did. It said, "Your break is cute, but I have questions."
Work messages do have interesting timing.
They always arrive when your food is hot, your coffee is fresh, or your brain finally starts relaxing.
So, did you answer the message during your break?
I wanted to be strong, so I wrote, "I will get back to you after lunch." And then I put my phone face down, like a responsible person.
That is actually a very good work moment.
I know. For one full minute, I felt peaceful, professional, and in control.
Only 1 minute? Really?
Yes. Then I remembered the task I still had to finish, and my sandwich suddenly tasted like a deadline.
A sandwich should never taste like a deadline.
I agree, but that is what happens when your to-do list sits next to your lunch.
What did you do after lunch?
I went back to my desk, opened the task again, and told myself I am working on it. And this time, I really meant it.
That sounds promising.
It was promising for a while. I focused, typed, edited, checked the details, and finally felt like I was making progress.
Good. So the day started messy, but it got better?
A little. Then another meeting reminder appeared, and I whispered, "Not again." But I joined anyway.
That sounds like work. Well, sometimes you are focused, and then the calendar has other plans.
Exactly. The calendar is powerful. It can take a peaceful afternoon and turn it into, "Please join the call now."
Did this meeting go better?
Yes, because this time I had the document open, my notes ready, and my coffee was only half abandoned.
That is progress.
Yes, a real progress. I even answered a question without saying, "Let me check that," and disappear emotionally.
Joey, that is not a normal work phrase, but I understand the feeling.
Thank you. Sometimes I say, "Let me check that," when my brain needs a small hiding place.
That phrase is actually useful in meetings because you do not always have the answer immediately.
Exactly. If someone asks me something and I am not sure, I can say, "Let me check that and get back to you."
That sounds calm and professional.
It feels better than guessing and hoping nobody notices.
Definitely. Guessing at work can create new problems.
Yes, and I already had enough problems. I had cold coffee, a busy inbox, and a sandwich that tasted like a deadline.
That is a full workday story.
It really is. But by the end of the day, I finished the task, answered the important emails, and survived both meetings.
That sounds like a successful day.
It was successful, but not beautiful. Some days are like that.
That is very true. Work does not always feel perfect, but you still get things done.
Exactly. So when someone asked me, "How was work?" I said, "It was a busy day, but I got a lot done."
That is a great sentence. It sounds honest, simple, and natural.
I liked it because it did not include the full story of the cold coffee.
Some stories can stay private.
Not on this podcast, apparently.
Fair point. But your workday gave us many useful phrases.
Yes, and now I feel like learners need a clean phrase section because my story had many moving parts.
I agree. Let's move into today's useful phrases.
Great. I am ready. And this time, my coffee is safe.
Okay, everyone. Let's start with a very common work sentence. I have a meeting.
You can use this when something is on your work schedule. For example, I have a meeting at 10.
Or you can say, I have a meeting this afternoon.
That sounds simple, but very useful, especially when your calendar suddenly becomes busy.
Exactly. You can use it at work, in school, or any place where people plan time together.
And if the meeting appears suddenly, you can also say, I have a meeting in 5 minutes, and then try to look calm.
Very Joey, but yes, that sentence is useful. Another useful sentence is, I need to finish this task.
A task is one piece of work, so this phrase is useful when you want to say what you need to complete today.
For example, I need to finish this task before lunch, or I need to finish this task today.
I like this phrase because it sounds clear and focused, even when my brain is quietly asking for a snack.
Now let's use a sentence people hear a lot at work. I am working on it.
You can use this one when someone asks about a task and you want to say that you are doing it now.
For example, if someone asks, is the report ready? You can say, I am working on it.
That sounds better than saying, not yet. Please do not look at me.
Yes, Joey, I am working on it. Sounds much more professional.
Good. Now I need a professional sentence for the days when I am not exactly on time.
That is a very careful way to say late, Joey. A polite sentence you can use is, I am running a little late.
Thanks, Phoebe. This is very useful when you will arrive late, but you want to say it politely.
For example, I am running a little late for the meeting, or I am running a little late today.
The words a little makes it softer, which is helpful when you are late and already feeling nervous.
Exactly. It sounds polite and honest. Now let's talk about break time, because this sentence is very useful. I am on a break.
You can use this one when you are resting for a short time during work, school, or a busy day.
For example, I am on a break right now, or I will call you after my break.
I like this sentence because it protects your peaceful sandwich time.
Yes, and peaceful sandwich time is important. Another sentence that sounds calm and professional is, I will get back to you.
This means you cannot answer right now, but you will reply later.
Exactly. For example, I am not sure yet, but I will get back to you after I check.
That sounds calm and professional, especially when your brain needs a little time to find the answer.
And the last useful sentence is, it was a busy day, but I got a lot done.
This is a natural answer when someone asks, how was work?
It means your day had many tasks, but you still finished important things.
I like this sentence because it sounds honest without being negative.
Exactly. You can use it with coworkers, friends, or family when you want to talk about your day in a simple way.
So today's work phrases are simple but very real.
Yes, you can use them when you talk about meetings, tasks, breaks, delays, replies, and busy days.
And you do not need very formal English to talk about work naturally.
Exactly. Simple English can still sound clear, polite, and professional.
Learners, your task today is simple. Write one sentence in the comments about your work, study, or daily tasks.
You can write, I have a meeting today, I am working on a task, or it was a busy day.
And if you do not have a job, you can still use this for school, housework, projects, or daily life.
Yes, work English is not only for offices. It can be used for many kinds of daily responsibilities.
Keep your sentence simple. One clear sentence is enough.
If this lesson helped you, please like this video and subscribe to Speak with Joey and Phoebe.
It really helps more English learners find us, and it helps us keep creating simple lessons like this for you.
Come back in the next lesson because we are going to keep learning real English through simple conversations.
Yes, and hopefully my next story has warm coffee, fewer emails, and no suspicious calendar reminders.
We cannot promise that, Joey, but we can promise useful English.
Fair enough. Keep speaking, keep learning, and remember, even a busy day can become good English practice.
See you in the next lesson, everyone. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.